Another day full of chunks of death. Yes, that's right. ECS Season 6 has returned once again. We're going to kick it all off with the European sector of the league. It's going to be a great day. We've got plenty of fantastic teams playing, and we're coming to you live and direct from Santa Monica, California. My name is Henry G, and I'm brought to you by the delightful James Bardoff, DDK. Love the new haircut, James. How did the barber take it?
I just noticed my leg is covered in hair.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So was the barber okay with the cuts?
Crikey. Yeah, he did a good job actually. Let's do Bardoff head cam.
All right.
Let's have a look at my dome. All right, there it is. So we can see the cut is here. So he did pretty well, all things considered.
Was it a problem? Did he say, no, we can't do that, mate?
I just said there's a cut on my head and I need a haircut. And then it was cool.
It was cool. Anything happened to you today, Dan?
No.
Nothing at all?
Played matchmaking.
Lovely. I just played Quake on your PC. That was pretty fun. Got a 5 minutes of fragging in. That's the most gaming I've done this year, I think.
How did it feel?
Felt amazing. Felt so good. How do you feel in general? You cool?
Yeah, I'm good.
This is the first time I've ever worn jeans and ankle socks.
Oh, nice, man.
I didn't think I could do it, but I was like,
I kind of
you know
got
what?
half ankle socks.
These jeans are so long that I think it's okay. It's possible. I'm not gonna, Sometimes I feel like if I did this in London, would I get stabbed? That's how I measure things. I think this is okay.
It is okay. Daniel?
It's pretty European, right?
It's very European.
It is, apparently.
We are coming to you live and direct from ECS Season 6. If people want to get involved in the conversation, how can they do that?
Well, there's this thing called Twitter, and you can go over to twitter.com and hit up at ECS, and you can join in the discussion. You can tweet us directly as well if you'd like to target us with any specific questions in mind as over the course of the broadcast. And of course, you can get all the information, schedule, and format, and everything that you need to know about the league itself over at csgoleague.com, so check that out as well.
Amazing work. Nailed that one. James, let's see if we can make it 2 out of 2. Where's this whole league leading towards?
It's leading towards the finals at Arlington, Texas in the eSports Stadium. Still being built at the moment. It's going to be shiny and new when we all get there. That's in Texas, November 22nd to 25th. You can be there as well, arlington.csgoleague.com. It's where you can get the tickets.
Stuck the landing. There we go. And finally, you can get skins, cars, keyboards, headsets, all sorts if you do have FACEIT points. The way to get more points is for free, essentially, is by hitting the Get Loot button. We're giving away points throughout the show. You need to hook up your FACEIT account to the YouTube broadcast, and you'll be eligible for the drops. We give away about every 45 minutes or so. Look over the top right. If your name is there, then you've got a drop. We've given away over 4 million points so far, and we're not going to stop there. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going until 6 million maybe 10 million, who knows? We're going to keep going. There's so many points available. You have to be involved. Don't not smell your shoes on the broadcast.
Still all right. Still all right.
Fine.
Still all right. Just got to keep an eye on things.
Like we said, this is the European division. Let's have a look at the leaderboard right now and see how the teams are getting on, who's playing. As you can see, Astral is so mighty right now, so strong. We'll be there on 8-0. They're almost destined to make it to the finals.
There was a stat on Reddit, did you guys see, where someone looked at their performance over the last couple of seasons and they're like 31-1.
That's not bad, is it? So they smashed it last season and they're doing it once again. Astral is at the very top, of course. We've got Fnatic playing today, 1-3, looking to up their record a little bit. G2 woeful at 2-10. Virtus Pro and LDRC looking to play a few more games. As you can see, the mid-table, as you would expect, maybe FaZe, not so many losses there. NIP creeping up, but we are getting to the bookend now, as we'll see where the top 4 will lie as we go on. It will be today's games as well. Fnatic versus Mousesports. We just got a couple of maps here today, but what maps they are: Inferno and Dust 2. Fnatic, the new look lineup. They've got Brolan in there now and Twist against Mousesports, who have just signed Sticko. It's Roster Mania, boys. It's absolute craziness right now in CSGO. So many rumors, so many changes going on. Do we feel like Fnatic, are they ready now? Is this the team that's going to find them success in 2018?
I think they should do good. I think this is a roster which will stabilize in terms of, I don't think we'll see any moves for a while. I'm interested to see where it goes. I think they need to make sure everyone has the right roles, gel, so that will take some time and so on. But I think this looks good.
Dan, out of Fnatic and Mousesports, right now, who are you most excited about? Sticko coming back or Fnatic signing new players?
I think I'm excited for Mousesports just because it's a known quantity, whereas with Fnatic, it's very early days still. And with 2 new signings, it's going to take some time for them to really sort things out. And any good results for them at this point is pretty much a bonus, I would say. although it is always exciting to see new blood, and Brolan is quite an exciting prospect, so he's also fun to watch, as well as fun to see how he integrates and how his role is going to look like within that identity of a new Fnatic.
James, it was announced that JW is going to be the main AWPer instead of Twist. Were you surprised by that announcement? Do you think Twist, being one of the few main AWPers we have in Sweden, do you feel like that's a role he would want and want to do that full time?
I'm not particularly surprised, but I'm actually quite interested to see JW as a rifler.
Yeah.
I think that is an option they can look at in the future. I mean, it maybe depends on what Twist wants to do. Maybe he does, because he's like he's capable of doing a great many things. So it might be that he doesn't want to be the main AWPer.
Sure.
Because I would like to see JW continue as a rifler. He's got the smarts for it. We see him do really funky things that no one else does. I made a video of him actually on Mirage, for example, on A-Ramp, dropping a HE grenade.
Yeah.
And then going behind the mist and like spraying down a sniper in CT spawn. So you get those unique things with JW when he's on the rifles, which is obviously rare when he's got the AWP available. So I would like to see more of that. I think Twist would be a fine fit, and I think also it's nice to have a break and refresh things. Like you have two snipers on Mousesports, of course, which have very different styles. And I think if you're used to everything JW is doing as a sniper, then maybe it helps the team if you've got a new rifler doing his own thing and JW's on a rifle.
Dan, you a fan of the JW play style? Someone who just takes the Counter-Strike rulebook and throws it out the window. Not every player can do that. You shouldn't replicate the way he plays, but there's something about it that makes it so exciting. It's been that way for a few years now. It kind of dropped off this year. I haven't really seen the craziness, but I'm assuming he's going to bring that back. Is it something you're a fan of, or does it like make you a little bit nervous like me? I don't like knowing that he's such a wild card within the team.
Yeah, it used to be a lot of fun, because I remember, if we cast our minds back, there's very dominant era where they had this. I think the wild card is a great way to describe him, because he would just do whatever he wanted in a round. It seemed like, it worked back then because you could have Olafmeister and Crims to fall back on. You had like these very sturdy rocks, the team that wouldn't give anything away if he does die for a crazy risk. But if he is having a good game, they're just going to win the game. And it also powers up the rest of his teammates to get really hyped around him. And I think it's, as you say, it's been a long time since we've seen that from him, because he's done so many different roles. Since then, he's never ever had that freedom, quite like the old Fnatic era. So I'm excited to see what he can bring now, especially if we consider that Fallen is perhaps the closest to the kind of style that he was playing, because JW was a bit of a battle lord for himself. That's what he was up to all the time.
They obviously got rid of Snacks recently. I thought DK made a really interesting tweet yesterday. He said that Snacks was bought for $300,000, right, and brought in, and only for an experiment, essentially. When there's players like Kiyoshima available, would be a free transfer. Do you feel like that would have been a more sensible option for them, and maybe a player that would have suited the role better?
I don't know. I think it's easy to say in hindsight. Yeah. Everyone's, a general after the war, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't put too much stock in that, and I think it's partly because Kishima was recently on Reddit for saying like 2019 is going to be his year, so he wants to have a resurgence where he's mostly been playing like literally UK Counter-Strike.
It's so weird, isn't it? He's going to like iSeries and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I don't know where the motivation was for Kiyoshima, so I wouldn't take too much into that statement. Yeah,
I just thought it was just interesting. I thought the whole Snacks thing was just such a nightmare in general. Like, he even came out in his press release about the benching situation, saying like, the most obvious statements we all said when we first said he was joining the team. Like, he's not going to want to play these roles Sticko does. He's going to want to be the star still, and that's like he released that information. So it's like, what was everyone expecting? What did they think was going to happen?
Why did he leave? Yeah. If that's a surprise to him, that doesn't make any sense. But I mean, people were, regardless of who you replaced Sticko with, a lot of people were questioning why Sticko was removed in the first place.
Sure.
So that was the thing.
We're into the game. Fnatic versus Mousesports. That's the theory and conversation done with. We're going to see whether Fnatic can actually get some wins on the board right now. There's Twist, the new signed member, will be facing towards T-Step there. It's going to be Crims defending against Chris J and Oscar. Quite the formidable duo. They've got one smoke, a PT-50 for Robs. I'm sure they'll be finding some headshots soon. And a very slow approach here from Mousesports.
Fnatic, historically known to be always comfortable on Inferno. Always in Swedish Counter-Strike, it was always the center of any derby that we would have between NIP and Fnatic in the golden days of Swedish Counter-Strike, and Global Offensive at least. See if they can still harken back to those times as they face a pretty scary opposition. A renewed Mousesports looking to take top middle after a very quiet beginning. No one giving anything up just yet. And it's just going to be the A push, the splits. Let's see if it goes well for them.
Brolan in the pit. Got 3 people to deal with, but Sticko will win the duel with the Glock. Trying to avoid the headshots, Oscar with the burst fire as well, not working out for him. And JW's been taken out. So the bomb can get planted for the plays in Graveyard and Pit. Man advantage for Mousesports as Fnatic tried to bring this back.
Well, Mousesports have quite the advantage here. There is a kit available. That's in the back pocket of Exist. He's got an HE grenade as well. Twists about half HP. The nades will be deployed, but the headshots are still being delivered here by Mousesports. Twist will find a bit of positional control, but it looks like Fnatic might be out of luck here, running out of time and space. Exist, who's also been headshot now. He is the player with the kit, presumably goes down here. That should be round, unless Crims could do something absolutely magical here. He's got to find a player towards the apartments and the pit. There's just no time available to him. Maybe one more kill here, and it will be a very decent attempt. It comes down to the 1 versus 1. Rops, like we said with that P250, doing a great job. Will survive the blast as well, and it'll be 1-0 in favor of Mousesports. Fnatic unable to hold them off towards that A site. And remember, should be an eco here, but considering it's Inferno, they could go for the force buy. We've been discussing this all week. It's a map that lends itself to the CZ in the second round, but they're not going to go for it.
I just bought this knife.
Nice.
It is nice. I don't know what to call it though. Sold my Tiger Tooth Karambit and my gloves. I can't remember which gloves. Not the red ones though. The hand wraps. Added 30 quid. Got myself a nice fake. Always wanted one. I'm happy now.
Great. If you're happy, I'm happy.
Twist is not happy, however. He's lost his Honey Badger, and the team remain with 4 USPs. I keep flirting with the P2000.
I love it.
I did always use it originally, but I just feel like the USP can compensate for bad aim sometimes. Yeah,
I just feel like the P2000 is a little bit more efficient close range, especially with the extra bullet as well. I just feel more comfortable with it, but it's more satisfying to get the USP headshots. I'll definitely give you that. Oscar, he really is playing a dangerous game here. I'm not sure what the objective was. And he'll go down. That's Exist with a free kill. They'll make their way towards B. It's open right now, but Exist rotates in. Rob's patrolling the T-steps. What looked like might be an interesting round is quickly shut down. Still a 3-on-2, but I just don't think anything else will be done with the CTs here.
I went back to USP again recently. I tried to give the PTK a good solid try, but...
What made you change back?
I don't know. The USP just feels... I just like the accuracy. I feel more consistent with it.
I think for me, the main reason for the USP is because of my playstyle. I'm always, you know, get behind people. I feel like the USP gives me that extra half a second to get a second dink and kill someone. Whereas the P2000 is basically a loudspeaker in comparison. So I still have picked it up anyway. For a laugh. Maybe try a different style. There we go, 2-0 for Mousesports. An AK has been saved. Perhaps somebody will buy some... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say buy some Kevlar. I forgot. This is now often the buy round.
It is, and now this is a very strong situation for Fnatic. They have an AK on the CT side. They got 3 kills before. They know Mousesports will be weak here. If they can win this round, which there is quite a high chance of that happening, they will be right back in the driving seat here. You can see a lot of the players on Mousesports fully invested. They only have 2 AKs compared to the 5 rifles of Fnatic here, so a huge advantage in that respect. CT's always been a little bit limited in these rounds in terms of the utility. So here comes the default once more. Mousesports trying to focus towards the apartments here. This looks like it might be a faster approach, in fact. Flashing 3 people out of a smoke down towards Library. 2 flashes off the chimney, and Chris J will start the sequence here.
Straight out the balcony they go, and Judo will defend against the first one. Not looking too bad, it's done a lot of damage. He will go down, but his teammates need to follow up, and not exactly doing perhaps the best job just yet, although there's still a solid chance here on the retake. Also going in will not really harm the T's too much, as Rops gets into a nice after-plant position. And Exist does have a smoke, and although Little Pit was just re-smoked there, they still might want to go for it. You can see the smoke blocking off the pit position, which might make some players rotate a bit, but running out of time here. Start getting the kills. Mousesports will make it very difficult for them. Chris J with the Mag-10. That's probably it. That's a wrap.
Oh, what?
That's weird. Kind of expected the kill to come through for Exist there.
Almost certainly. Well, there you have it. Mousesports, like we said, going for that burst out of the apartment. It was looking very good for Fnatic with JW's play towards the apartments, but Brolanders couldn't believe his luck, shutting aside with the Mag-10. Everyone's getting destroyed by them,
Wow.
and the SMG is doing dirty work at that range. So there you go.
That was a really cool way to play this particular round, I think. And we've looked a lot about the focus from the point of view of the people losing the pistol, but from the point of view of the people who won the pistol, expecting the buy to come in with like a helmet, to utilize ROPS at close quarters and even the long range towards Arch in that fashion is fantastic. The flashbang immediately focuses on the short player. And off he goes to the rest of them. So that was well, had massive impact. Makes loads of money as well. And that's before they've even lost a round. Really nice stuff from Mousesports.
Very passive round for Fnatic. They don't have much. They don't seemingly want to get aggressive. They have a fast rotation setup, having 3 stacked towards Arch. And so Crims is on the B-bomb side. So they have the ability to delay on the B-bomb site and to try to buy time for that rotation, but maybe not, because Sonny's going to go straight in with the Mac 10 and get the first pick off. Crims can't really hold them off at this point if they want to go in. The rotation's coming, but you can see there was a delay from Mousesports, making it uncertain for Fnatic. It's just a matter of time now. Time is cruel.
Nice to Sonny using the ceiling of the door frame to make it really hard for Brilliance to get the headshot there. I know that's something that RPK was famous for doing on Cash in Source. Coming out mid, bouncing off the roof. Here we go, 4-0 Mousesports. So again, that limited first buy, abused by the likes of Mousesports. And Sonny's got the Mac 10 now. And there are 3 players without helmets here for Fnatic. So this could be another dangerous round. 4 Molotovs on Banana from top to bottom or bottom to top. Mousesports focus towards A.
Very limited in the way of nades for Fnatic on the defense now. One of the styles of Inferno that they often were very good at playing was the very passive style that was kind of typical on how the Swedish CT sides would often be on Inferno historically. And so far it's been a similar story, although they've not really had too much money so far, so that's also one explanation. But seeing Twist on the AWP now is encouraging. He is playing towards the quad position. That's what we can see some of the CT offers do. A lot of the most work, especially in rounds like this. So pressuring towards Arch now, falling back. But they don't have banana control, so back into Arch they go.
It's a big frag from Twist. The hold looks good for the time being, but both teams looking brittle now in 3 versus 3. Almost 20 seconds for Mousesports to plant the bomb. Looking good for that at the moment. JW, vision obscured, position limited with that Molotov. Trying to make things as awkward as possible. Do they know he is there? What a spray from Sonny. Sonny all over the place. Ooh. All of a sudden, 3 kills on the A site wipes all of the remaining players of Fnatic. And this is a horrible, horrible start for the Swedish side.
Yeah, they're really not enjoying themselves here. A round that was very closely contested as well. They get right to the side, 3 versus 3. And then Sonny just delivers the pain time and time again. Headshots all over the place. Another eco for the Swedes as they come into round number 6 here. CZ PD50s. It's not the end of the world right now, but it's certainly not the prettiest situation for them, I'll say that much. They can definitely pull this one back and still win the half. It's when it gets like 8-0, that's when we start worrying for them quite significantly. Definitely a team that can pull this one back. But for now, we're going to try and play this as a gun round. They've got smokes, flashbangs, upgraded pistols, a bit of armor. And Fnatic. These are the sort of rounds they used to win, Dan. These are the rounds you think, well, they've got a real chance of pulling this one back, especially on a map like Inferno that was so difficult to take down when they had CZ. That was probably back in its heyday. But for now, 5 players, make it 4 for Mousesports will be... Oh, JW took way too much damage there. Will be towards Banana. Smokes deployed on both sides. Still just under a minute remaining, so that's absolutely fine. Mousesports don't have to commit. They can just go for a boost here as well. Just see what's going on. Check it out.
tease. Sunny's had enough. Make his way forwards. And he'll take down ECS. More to go though, as Mousesports make their way in. Deagle in Crimson's hands, unable to find too much so far. So it's looking good here for Mousesports. Whistling down the defense one by one, and Roland in the open, exposed, as is JW. So that is going to be a nice finish on the round for Mousesports. There was definitely a lot of danger, as you mentioned. Fnatic were playing with strong pistols, and they were also playing the delay game with those smoke grenades. They were doing quite well. I think they had 3 at the sub 1 minute mark, which is quite good going. But Mousesports had a plan, and it was executed excellently, and their money is actually a bit out of control here.
Ouch. They've got, what, 3 players in 5 digits. Chris J not far behind. No AWP required just yet. It's going so well. Stay on the rifles. Twist will bring out the AWP. Not JW. So there you have it. Let's see who comes out on top here. First round with the AWP for the CTs. Twist will head towards quad. Looking for the pick towards boiler room now. Seeing if anyone will jump up towards the bedroom. Crim by himself. This couldn't back him up. Smoke will be deployed. Now, how does he hold on to this one? This with just a flashbang now. Nothing else to hold them off. It's another 5 versus 4.
The team bank already is 45k Mousesports.
Yep.
That's, I don't know, it's almost 10k on every player. That's, well, that's one of many problems here for Fnatic as they look to defend. Ill-equipped to defend, perhaps, or well, rather I should say, from a numbers perspective, they are not in a great place. ECS will fall back onto the B bomb site as Fnatic hole up on the A side with 3, and that's obviously, as we can see, not the optimal solution. ECS is going to need quite a spray down to make this round even possible. JW will rotate, but he does not have an AWP, and he's smoked off at this point, so 3 kills might be what ECS has to do here to make this work.
Quite the tall order here, Dan, and he'll get a dink and a half. So, decent effort, and Twist through the smoke. There might be a fighting chance here now. The bomb's planted, and the CT utility is not looking too strong. It will be Robs to be dropped here, and surely this is enough now for Fnatic, as Sticko will go down as well. Sunny's nowhere to be seen. He's going for the long con here. He's running all the way around towards CT spawn. Now, with this plant, probably not going to help him out too much. I would say if it was planted towards the fountain, he might have a chance of actually sabotaging this. They'll go for the defuse. At this point, Sunny just wants to deny money. Not going to happen. It's the first round on the board for Fnatic. Finally, a retake going in their favor. Quite a decent one as well. You can see they managed to keep 3 players up. Got the money nice and strong now with an AWP. And hopefully this is the start of something quite special on their CT campaign, because they need to string about 3 or 4 rounds together here.
Been a while since we saw the Around the World play.
Yes.
I really do wonder if the Eco 3rd round buy makes things worse in the long run for a CT side. Very curious to see how that continues to play out. Plenty of sound cues for Twist. How long can he hold this angle for, though? Surely he'll be showing 2 players on the other side. Exactly. I think he outstayed his welcome and then some in that position. We'll explain why later. Geometry games. Trades will favour Mousesports. Fnatic really can't afford this reset in every sense of the word. That is a big frag from ECS, holding down the arch position for now. The bomb hasn't been planted just yet. Down it goes. Rops has planted a bomb, 2 kills for him so far. A high ground position would be great for Crims, but will he spot the player? Oh, Oscar's got a very off angle. That timing is unbelievable, honestly. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Got to be so mad if he Crims there.
You seem offended, James.
Just how was that timing a thing? Rops with a Molotov on the bomb, so there will be no poking, no drawing out the tees. Rops will get his 3rd kill of the round. There is the reset for Fnatic. The money's in the bin. And disaster has struck. So going back to Twist looking in boiler, when you are closer to a corner like that, your shoulder, your arm, your chest is going to be showing before you are even deep enough to see the other person. So they're at a distinct advantage. So you can't really hold that angle for that long, especially when you've got the sound cues of so many footsteps in second mid. It is somewhat suicidal. And here we are.
Could be a fast one. expect Chris Shea to just shovel in on the B-bomb side.
Well, there it is, drops the wall bang to kick things off. Look to the double.
Love a good wall bang.
Oh, who doesn't?
How's he find himself here? So much time on the clock. As long as they get the frags, Mousesports, the bomb plant is the not the biggest priority. They know where one of the two players is now. Send in Stico, make some money as well. He's got Farm Simulator down to a T.
I don't think they need any more money at this point. It's getting out of hand. And CTs will get 1900 next round, so still Brolan and JW still won't really be able to buy. I assume they will though. See whether this player can find another one. Twist with nothing. So 3.5k for Brolan and JW. I would say they probably buy of SMGs and get the AWP out. Twist will purchase it again. So it seems like on CT side Inferno right now, he is the main AWPer. With FAMAS. JW shotgun, of course. He loves it.
Yeah, I'm more interested in Twist sniping and JW rifling, as mentioned before. I miss the old strats from Fnatic, the setups in apartments. Led the charge on those kind of plays. Don't see them so much anymore. Rops has got his gimmick smoke for that area on the camera right now. Elevated smoke, so you can see the feet walking around. JW misses the shot. How much is the auto sniper? Is it 22 or is it 2,000? I think it's 2,000. An extra 200. Could have gone quite a far way there. But here we are, 2 versus 2. Twist still dangerous with the AWP. 2-on-2, I'm sure they'll try and go for this.
Well, they have to at this point. Nice defensive plant. AWP on the retake, no kits, one smoke. Really is far from ideal. Shots being fired. That's from the arch side. Flashbang's decent. Actually wrecks the CT. Crims will have to fall back for a few seconds there. Good placement from Sunny. Didn't quite nail the shot though. He does do considerable damage. And this is getting quite dicey now for Fnatic. Sunny though needs to be a little bit careful.
Sonny's just too good, isn't he?
Yes, for this world.
He is consistently just always fragging. Just doesn't matter what the situation is. It's like yesterday we saw Mousesports have like a horrible time on Dust 2, and everyone's getting wrecked except Sonny. Sonny doesn't get wrecked. He just always frags people. That's what he does.
Well, Sonny's got $15,000. Rob, same story. Sticko, same story. There's enough money for the rest of the half now, especially with Fnatic having to do another eco. Wow. Oh my god.
After basically a full rebuy, they still have 46,000 cash, like just sitting there.
It's a lot of money.
In the bank.
And even more after this one, presumably this is another pretty clean victory. Well, that will confirm it. That's the rifle gone.
Oh, no. Just running across.
Not even a jump. Oh, okay, they'll still get the rifle. That's quite a nice idea though. Molotov the gun and try and get closer to it to deny the pickup.
HE's good for that as well.
True.
Launching weapons. Well then, Mousesports, 90% success rate in these rounds so far. It's pretty good going. Fnatic huddling together on the B-bomb sites. Mousesports are drying them out.
Oh, that's nice.
What's nice?
Trying them out.
What a random comment.
Gotta start off somewhere.
Well, they've pushed banana. 3 players get intel, but there's only existence on the A side of the map right now. Slowly but surely, Mousesports start to dissect the map. There is a bit of a chance here.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
Pistol starting to put in some work. 30 seconds. Time pressure. Bomb needs to be collected. There's a CT in front of it. And Twist is that CT. And he has the AWP. And good timing coming in. And it's all fallen apart. It's like the second round may well be won in a quite interesting way. But Sonny's still alive. And does he have time to get the bomb and get onto the site for a plant? He does have time, but he has to find a safe spot to get the plant down. 5 seconds. He's got to go right now immediately. He's faking it. The elimination. Maybe he can. No. Twist knows better.
They're trying to be so safe, but they had 2 people wrapping Arch together so they can trade frag. And they had a bomb carrier in the corner between Arch and top mid, with CTs in mid and in Arch. And I think there were at least 3 people around the bomb carrier, and then it just fell to absolute pieces. So that's a lifeline for Fnatic. Who knows, maybe they can build off of this. Gratis rounds. But that's an easy fix, I think, for Mousesports in a round where things were looking pretty good. Very, very meticulous, but the worst possible error. Oscar has been barbecued on Banana. Flashbangs look good, and so does the Krieg. More accurate than the AK. More dangerous, pretty much in every statistic. 3 players left for Fnatic. 2 towards the B-bomb site. Mousesports have got time to play with, they'll slow it down.
Another reset potential here. Fnatic in a 4 versus 3. The Krieg just looks stunning there from Chris J. As you can see, Fnatic pretty much fully invested as well. Lose this, not only is it 10-2, but they'll have a double eco once again.
It doesn't really feel like Fnatic have really provided almost anything on the buy rounds. Like, we're not seeing them really, enforce their presence on Banana and they're not creating hard decisions or problems to solve. For Mousesports, it kind of feels like Mousesports get to do whatever they want.
Good effort by Exist. Pretty much all he could do there, and Brolan needed to connect a shot through the smoke. Not going to happen. Round not necessarily over, but it's not looking good. Sunny wasting a good few seconds. Fumbling the plants. No smoke towards the coffin. So a chance here, but one likely won't be realised. But there it is. JW, a decent shot, but can't quite stick the landing. It'll be Sunny to close things out. There's the nightmare situation for Fnatic. Win a round and lose the subsequent. That is straight up force buying. Twist is going to buy the orb, and they'll see what they can do. This was pretty marvellous. Chris J getting it done. Stick out after the execution towards B. Molotovs towards oranges. New boxes as well, so overwhelming for Exist. They're just going to have to buy and hope here. Pistols across the board apart from the Twist, Glass Cannon, AWP.
Well, if nothing's working, throw the rulebook out the window and see what you can get done. And they did, obviously one of the 2 rounds they won was a round like this. So maybe they can do it again if, as James mentioned, if Mousesports play too safe. There is no such thing as, like, everything carries some level of risk. And even if you're playing it very safe, there's still risks that you're taking by doing so. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, where is the AWP? That's what Fnatic want to show them the hard way. Twist with an off angle. That's why it's cool to watch Rops on the T side of Inferno for Mousesports, because he is often in this area. Sorry, I had cold water, it's ruining my lungs. He's often in this area. When players go towards B, he is the cutoff, stopping the rotation. He keeps the information fresh for the side, and you just know he's lurking somewhere and being a pain. So if you try and go for some information, you might get caught off. And now Mousesports have left no lurkers towards the B bomb site. Crims having a look, Butcher's Hook moving towards the library. There's only 2 players here, so it looks good so far for Mousesports. Jumping for his smoke, though, never a good idea. Brolan had time to reload and almost get another kill.
Well. Bomb planted again. 3 versus 2. No kits, no nades. Twist with the AWP, but no armor to go with it. A few bullets in his general direction. He's going to melt. Extremely squishy right now, and it doesn't look they've got much of a chance. Another smoke available for library. I'm sure that'll be deployed momentarily. They've got to save the AWP again. It's going to be 11-2 on the T side of Inferno. Really not going well for them. Money won't be in a better place. It's only going to be $1,900 per player as well. I feel like they just have to force out the rest of the round, though. The fact they have the AWP, just take the chance and hopefully put something on the board.
Yep, they need to. And again, like, there is no it doesn't feel like Fnatic are in these rounds at all. Obviously, this round they didn't have as much equipment, but even on the buy rounds, they need to be able to sort of enforce their presence a bit more on Banana. I think that's one of the key areas, of course, on this map.
Yeah, force buy. Buy what you can, boys.
It's not a good look.
Mousesports and Inferno, often a comfort for them, especially online. They do dastardly things. Surely that was Tico's job.
Yep, it's clumsy. But still...
Too much success, Henry. Went to their heads.
It's true.
They got sloppy.
You do sort of normally see that. It's weird. I've got this theory that teams that get like an 11-0 lead, you'll see them start getting a bit too comfortable. So they'll stop going through their sequences properly. And
back to the bench, please.
Yeah.
Get smacked on the phone.
Throw away all the guns. Oscar just denying anything. And there we go. That should be the round for Fnatic. It's Chris J.
Mouse
Kind of spinning out of control there.
Gotta love it when there's a hair on your mouse, like an eyelash or something, and it immediately looks to the ceiling. Haven't had that for the longest of times though. That's why if you have a dusty mouse, you've got to make sure you dust that off. Some taps from Chris J. He doesn't have the bomb, but the bomb is on the way. Eyes on construction. You must always fear a push through the smoke, although in a 4 versus 2, Fnatic won't have that as a priority for them. Now, Battle Sniper and Chris J versus 4 Fnatic players. Ooh. Who is going to win?
Oscar's got a smoke as well. Might want to deploy that now. Perfect. Flashing in. They're going to probably push towards it. Chris J ready to hunt. Doesn't really stick the landing, though, with the Krieg. And they have got a kit. But Oscar's so good in these situations. Oh! We killed the studio with the hype. What the hell?
I broke the network cable. I fixed it.
I wondered.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Have you ever seen anything like it? A triple kill? Really?
That was like a dance move.
That's
when it was
so
stopped
sick.
together, it was like a dance move on the streets of Santa Monica.
The hype killed the studio. Oh my! I've never seen that before.
It's like when you're a commentator, you're in those moments. You always think, okay, what is the way? Like, how did they win this round? Like, what does it look like? So you think maybe how you could maybe build it up or like lead into it. And I was thinking in my head like, well, there's only one way to win this round if he gets like a triple kill the off. Actually, never expected that to happen. What the hell?
That's unreal, isn't it? I've never seen anything like that.
I've never seen that before ever. I've never seen that
One
before.
on 3, and he just kills them all with 1 bullet. Okay.
And we killed the audio.
Yeah.
What even happened there?
I think James
There's a network
jumped around.
cable connected. Yeah, my chair broke something, but I twisted it.
Oh well,
I'm
it
saying
added
there's
to the
texture.
experience, I think. There we go, Exist. Looking to deny the 13-2. He could actually do this. Has to be quick though, try and catch them out of position. Sicko does get up safely though. But his work cut out for him. The in-game leader here. It's the final round. Looking to deny 13-2. Best case scenario, he gets 12-3. No kit, no nades. Low HP players though will fire off, and so many angles to check here. They won't even look at him until he gets on the bomb, but why would he full defuse at this point? Don't even look at him, boys. Don't give him the satisfaction, as you'll get Sticko there, finishing things off. Not the best half for Fnatic, chaps. And a lot of the rounds were closely contested, but they ultimately won a single gun round, and then an eco force buy as well. But Oscar, the 1 versus 4, the 3K, a historic moment in Counter-Strike.
3 in 1.
We'll all remember for the rest of our lives.
It's bargain madness.
Dan, I think I'll be talking about that moment at your funeral. I'll bring that
Wow.
up until I remember the
At my
time.
funeral,
Or maybe the wedding. I'll do the wedding first.
You think you're gonna outlive me, hey?
Maybe. Depends what happens. You never know.
I wonder which of us will die last. Hope it's not me.
What?
Well, you want to be at all
Well,
the
you're-
funerals.
Well, you're gonna be. You've already established you're gonna die in your 40s or something. So it doesn't sound good for us.
40s? Why 40s?
Oh. You know, I live a racy lifestyle, Henry. Of a different kind.
I was genuinely shocked
infested.
when I got to 30. I was like, wow, actually made it. Who would have thought? But here we go then. Fnatic trying to stay alive. They need this pistol. It has to go in their favour. Chris J, very good in these sort of rounds. Doesn't get the initial kink, so a chance here. Fnatic pulling it back. There's only one player there as well, so they might have this one locked in. The comeback begins, of course.
Plenty of headshots to be deployed, but who will they favour? That's the question. Twist up on the barrels. On old Inferno, you could jump up there from this side on a wooden panel. Not there anymore. No one giving anything up. Twist can be the initial engager as far as construction is concerned, but he's got distractions in front of the site. 2 versus 4, and it's still favouring the T's. Fnatic on the way back, 2 versus 2. Now it's Stiko alone. He can't get around the corner. It's down to Crims. He hasn't got to hit Stiko. He's got to draw Crims out. He's got to land a headshot immediately, and that's going to be the round. It's too late. It's too late. He's going for the money now. Extra $300 at the very least. And he'll collect a P250.
Not bad, is it?
Best of a unsatisfactory situation.
Well, they might consider force buy in the second now, considering Sticker gear like a FAMAS and some nades. But more likely to buy up in the next round. We'll see. Considering their lead. And indeed. P250 for Sticko, everyone else full eco. He could potentially drop the AWP next round. He's already got armor, if he can drop the rifle.
Who's going to enable the revolver next? In Pro CS.
There's only Snacks and Alu who are doing it ever, right? Haven't seen it for a while.
I'm tempted.
Yeah?
Just to see where it is. Just to see where it is.
I think it's nowhere, mate.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if it will annoy people, I might, might have a go.
Rota Global, revolver only.
Rota, FACEIT level 10.
Revolver, so global. Yeah,
Down goes the bomb.
Yeah. Just very chill one, a very relaxed one. Everyone huddling together for warmth.
Bedtime stories with Dan.
Another unicorn round here, guys. 10 players surviving. A little cuddle in the pit.
Team Brexit. Got the patches on the arm.
Yep.
New passport soon. Change the colour. Annoy everyone even more. Thanks. Cheers, lads.
Oh, they changed the colour?
Of the
They're
passport.
gonna make it the old. I think was it green or something?
Blue, I think.
Blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks terrible. It's crap.
The red one feels so regal.
Yeah, it's nice.
I think, at least.
It's like the parquet flooring there, but deeper perhaps.
Oh,
They
Brexit.
have crappy blue passports.
And the thing was, they're not even being made in the UK, they're being made in France. So that's why everyone's getting annoyed.
What is happening there?
Yeah.
That's not cool, man.
So,
You don't want passports from France.
When did you learn about that? Is that
just in the paper,
Ages
isn't
ago.
it?
I really missed out.
Missed
Think
that
it's
one.
not on the pulse, Dan.
Missed that headline.
It's not worth worrying yourself about, Dan.
Yeah.
Just focus on the Counter-Strike.
Well, we got a clash on the A site soon. The A bomb site's calling. That's got a big old wall of smoke. More smokes. Oh, hello, Stiko's gonna find quite a lot. Does some damage, but he's defending against. This is looking quite good for Fnatic right now. Drops around the side of the smoke. He has to go huge here with a double to try to save things because his teammate Chris is so far away. He's just sitting in the smoke. They may not realize that he's even on the side at this point. They're going for the plant. Robs can be in for the master stroke. Managed to take down a 3-1. Can't find anything else, so I think he needed to make it doable.
Yeah, had to deny the plan there and get 2 kills to stand a chance in the round. Fnatic will force him onto an eco. And we might have a full game on our hands here. Fnatic bringing it back. 3-0 comes in, and Mousesports will be on yet another pistol round.
This is the round I should have been buying, Henry.
Yes.
Telling you, on Inferno, just get a half buy in, smoke some pistols, Kevlar if you want. Get your full buy, get your AWPs, rather than these failed efforts at a buy with limited wares.
Ooh, nice shot.
It's a nice burst and twist. More headshots being delivered. This may be a brief one. Rops with that new Deagle from the Horizon case.
Everything is themed in Mousesports colours for Rops, I think. Almost most things I've noticed.
I have not noticed that.
He's got the red AK, red Deagle.
I have much red. Because I bathe in the blood of thine enemy.
Oh.
Oh. It doesn't look like this will be very successful for Mousesports. Maybe a kill here, though. Indeed, there is. Robs will connect the headshot towards Brolan. And the round continues. Back they go towards B. Just Chris J waiting at the silence USP. That should be a pretty guaranteed situation for them, unless he somehow gets 5 dinks on multiple targets.
Goodbye. Well, that's the round. Planterize the Bombzors. Oscar is by the tree position. Rops has found himself an AK. Oscar wants more. There is an AWP to collect. And he will be very patient. He's taking his ticket. And he's waiting in line. Some pre-fire from Crims. Once again, with full health, if you're going to save towards Banana after planted bomb on B, you don't even need to leave Banana per se. You can just go down to those walls at the bottom and stay there. You never know what's around the corner, so often people run too far into choke points that are not needed. Could have somebody over with a CZ, almost guaranteed a kill. So just go as far as you need to go. Stick a smoke down, turn the advantage back in your favour. Round number 6 for Fnatic. A long road to recovery, and Mousesports have got all the money they need.
They need such few rounds as well that is so little pressure on them still. Double op comes out as well, Chris and Oscar, and it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, whether they'll be aggressive with it or not. And Oscar is going to make his run to mid. Does he go for a deep peek? No, he doesn't. Standard one. Can't be seen by the enemy AWPer unless he peeks into you, and it's obviously not to his advantage but yours. So Mousesports 3 towards B, and there you can see that Mousesports are pressuring Banana a lot more than Fnatic were on Fnatic's CT side. Really trying to assert themselves and take options away from Fnatic, as well as controlling the information on the map. And Fnatic are slower to take apartments and top mids because of this as well. So overall, it's a good start this round for Mousesports. Still have Banana as well.
Oh yes. We'll get to the 1 minute mark. Fnatic currently smoked off from B, but only one player there. That's Chris J. This time double op set up deployed. And he's just jumping up, getting the ins out. He played this solo on the pistol, and that's where it all went wrong. Spots 1. That's JW now on the T side with the AWP. And time's starting to become a bit of a factor here. They're only just establishing Banana control at the 35-second mark. They haven't got anything towards middle, and that's where Oscar's positioned. They will have to smoke him off and go quickly towards the arch side here. This is going to cost them a smoke when they really should have control already. Easy shot for Oscar. They are hoping to trade him out. That's not going to happen, and now they're forced to go quad.
There's another one. 5 versus 3 now in favour of Mousesports, and they move towards the side. That's a massive frag from Stiko. He's got support in the pit if he needs it. Just buying time now, delaying as he knows there's plant pressure for Fnatic. Doesn't need to fight to the death, and they all survive. Great play by Stiko, great play by Oscar. But the positioning and the dueling from Stiko was very interesting there again. Doesn't need to fight to the death. There's a big frag, but look how he engages. It was between those two clips, but just dancing around, just being a pain in the bum.
So one thing there which was really weird is that Fnatic seemed immobilized by the banana control, and instead of ever just throwing one flashbang, which sometimes is all it takes to just retake it, if you can wait for the smoke to go away or try to play through it. And they didn't take apartments control, they didn't take mid control, they didn't take any control on the map whatsoever. And so they allowed that to be way too easy for Mousesports in that regard. More challenge here on banana, which is good. See how it goes. Big trades here in the utility.
Oh, what?
Whoa, what on earth?
Was that through what?
Was that through the
No,
wall or
it's too
behind
bright.
him?
No, they're right there.
Lining up.
Oh dear, this is a big chance for Fnatic. They're in a 2 versus 4 Mousesports. They will get reset, they'll lose everything. They give this one up. And looks like there's no choice, no chance, no hope. Rops will save the AK or try.
There is $8,000 on Robs, so if you can save the AK, there might be a buy there, you know.
You're right, you can drop 2 rifles.
Oh, but I don't think he'll survive. Crims will take him down, so he still has $9,000. There is still a buy there, but is it worth it? They almost want to take a partial and close it out properly. This was the moment. They got a kill through the smoke, and then they receive double the treatment back from Twist. He actually gets 3 kills there. So they will buy. Christian the MP7, no MP5 for him.
Double the score of their opponent. Always nice. Sonny's made his way down, hiding his rifle in the wall. Picks great timing, and JW gets eliminated. Exist can't pull out his gun in time. That is a good start, and Sonny is just quite a pain, isn't he?
What the hell?
Clearing banana from the bottom to the top. And there are still 3 players on A for Mousesports.
He's got the all for a T step to 2 banana players, and he survives on half HP.
It's just casually winning 3 1v1s in a row. With an M4 against AKs.
Like, guys, screw these defaults. Let me just get stuck in. I'll run for their spawn and kill them all. Can't argue with the results.
Sonny just realizes, oh wait, I'm just better than everyone else. I
Yeah.
just guess I'll just go and kill them.
The offer as well is just like, oh, that's happening.
Ouch.
Do you know what? I want to see that from JW's perspective. Because obviously he scoped to the right-hand side of mid from his eyes, and Sonny's coming from the left, so I wonder if the scope obscures his vision or what the deal is there.
Well, Sonny's looking for the ace, and that's got to be one of the crispest rounds you'll ever see.
Wow. Not even trying. That's crazy.
Oh, you can see it from JW's POV. There you go.
Wow.
Tried the flick, but unfortunately, Sonny's way too quick, as he'll be holding up, hitting absolutely everything, and crazy shot still towards Crims.
What is
All
going
right, then.
on? What a way to get onto 15, hey?
Yeah, that ain't bad.
Buster starts it off well then. That's the player down on pit and the bomb as well. And everyone slowly but surely walking into their doom. My goodness gracious me.
That's why he wears those Philip Plein shoes, man. Because he's a boss.
Philip who shoes?
Philip Plein.
Philip Plein.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like high fashion. It's got like metal barbs on it and all sorts.
I will never understand that level of fashion. Anyway, 16-7. My God, Sonny, that was beautiful towards the end. A dominating performance from Mousesports. A 13-2 first half on their T side. Fnatic really never stood a chance there. Maybe not ready for this level of competition, as Mousesports seem to be finding their feet once again. Every map, they seem to be getting stronger and stronger. They're happy they've got their boy back, their rock, their anchor. Sticko is back in the mix, and he's finding kills as well. Sonny seems revitalized. Oscar's hitting absolutely everything. And Chris J looks like he's adapting well to the new Krieg meta. Excellent game, and fair play to Fnatic. They did bring it back in the second half, but it was all in vain, too little too late. But some great moments, some absolutely epic highlights there. The 1 versus 3 collateral kill here was one for the ages. Probably going to be Player of the week, I'd imagine, maybe player of the year. I don't know. There's so much going on, so many frags, and here's Sticko back in the team, looking better than ever. Lovely stuff. You got to say, guys, that was a great display of skill from Mousesports there. The whole unit seemed to be firing all cylinders today.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty difficult to deal with, and when Sonny just decides to just walk up mid and just get an ace, you know, there's problems for sure. And Fnatic as well, they're a team that should be able to, you know, lean back on their individual skill if all else goes wrong here, but they couldn't get on the map at all on Inferno here.
JW was not the main AWPer on the CT side as well. 9 and 20. Brolan, expecting him to post big numbers. The new boy wonder, the big fragger, 7 and 19. No one really turned up apart from Twist, who gave it a good effort, but wasn't quite enough, I'm afraid. And it will be 3 points on the leaderboard for Mousesports. So there we go. We do move over to Dust 2 next, and that's where things become very interesting. A different map altogether. We've been discussing the way it plays recently. Very spawn-based, very fast, and hopefully Fnatic will suit their sort of old playstyle a little bit more, I suppose.
I want to say that for a kind of duel like that, I feel like Twist is probably underrated at the moment because he hasn't been in the top flight Counter-Strike. So I think he will be one to watch. Oscar is an easy win. Chris J is an easy win. He's up against some pretty nasty, probably the worst AWPers you could ask for to be against on Dust 2, apart from Simple. But I think he can hold his own.
We've got 2 amazing battles coming up next. Mousesports Fnatic, and then Chris J, Oscar versus JW and Twist. That's going to be fantastic on Dust 2. If you want to watch it, you have to come back out for this break. We'll see you there.